A long time ago, in the territory of a certain Tsar, there lived an old couple with their daughter Vasilisa. They only have a small tent as their home, but their life is peaceful and happy. However, even the clearest sky can turn gloomy, and eventually unhappiness crosses the threshold. Their door. The old mother fell seriously ill, and when she felt that her death was approaching, she called Vasilisa to her bedside, gave her a small doll and said, "Do as it says, my dear. Take good care of the little doll and never show it to anyone. If anything bad happens to your child, give the doll something to eat and ask for its advice. It will help you get out of all your troubles." And then the mother died after giving Vasilisa her last kiss, the farewell kiss. The father was sad and heartbroken for a while, and then he remarried. He thought he would give Vasilisa a second mother, but instead he gave her an evil stepmother. The stepmother had 2 daughters of her own, 2 of them. The most vicious, formidable and difficult to please person who has ever lived. The stepmother loved them dearly, always kissing and pampering them, but she scolded Vasilisa and never left her alone. Vasilisa felt very unhappy because her stepmother and stepsisters scolded and scolded her, forcing her to work beyond her capacity. They expected her to become thin and haggard with so much work to do, and that her face would turn black and ugly from the wind and sun. All day long they aimed at her, one after another shouting, "Come here, Vasilisa! Where are you, Vasilisa? Pick up firewood, Dawn and number 39, be slow. Start a fire, knead the dough. Wash the dishes, milk the cows. Scrubbing the floor quickly, right now. Get to work and Dawn and number 39. Waste all day." Vasilisa did everything she was told, she served everyone and always did her housework on time. And with each passing day she grew more and more beautiful, to the point where her beauty was difficult to describe and difficult to describe in words, but it was a true miracle and a joy to behold. Admire. It was the little doll who helped Vasilisa in everything. Early in the morning, Vasilisa would milk the cow and then, locking herself in the pantry, she would give the doll some milk and say, "Come here, little doll, drink the milk, my dear doll, and I will tell you all my troubles." And the doll will drink the milk. "Please Vasilisa, do everything for you. Miss." Vasilisa sat in the shade tying flowers into her braid, and the vegetable beds were weeded, water was brought, fires were lit and cabbages watered before she knew it. The doll showed her an herb used to prevent sunburn. Vasilisa used it and became even more beautiful. One day in late autumn, the father left the house and did not expect to return soon. The stepmother and 3 sisters were left alone. They sat in the tent. Outside it was dark, rainy and windy. The hut is located at the edge of a dense forest, and living in the forest is a sly and cunning witch, who can devour others in the blink of an eye. At this time, the stepmother is assigning tasks for each sister to do. The first she assigned to weave lace, the second to knit stockings, and Vasilisa to spin. Then she extinguished all the fires in the house except for a piece of burning wood in the corner of the house where the 3 sisters worked, and then went to sleep. The burning piece of wood made a crackling and crackling sound, and then went out after a while. "And what do we do, and exclaimed the stepmother and number 39's 2 daughters. "And it and number 39's too dark in the tent and we have to work. One of us has to go to Baba Yaga and number 39 house to ask for a fire. And quat, I and number 39 am not going anywhere. And quat, said the older of the two. And quat, I and number 39 am making lace, and my needle is bright enough for me to see. And quat, I and number 39 am not going either. And quat, said the second child. And quat, I and number 39 am knitting socks, and my 2 needles are bright enough for me to see. And quat. Then they both shouted, and quat. Vasilisa is the one who has to ask for fire. Go to Baba Yaga and number 39's house now, Vasilisa. And quat. Then they pushed Vasilisa out of the tent. All around her was darkness, jungle, and fierce wind. Vasilisa was scared. She burst into tears and took the little doll out of her pocket. Beautifull Vasilisa in the chicken-legged hut of the witch Baba Yaga, painting by Ivan Bilibin, and quat. Oh dear little doll. And quat, she said between sobs. And quat, they made me go to Baba Yaga and number 39's house to ask for fire. And Baba Yaga ate human flesh, bones, everything. And quat. Don and number 39 worry, and quat. The doll replied. And quat, I and number 39 be fine. When you and number 39 with me, nothing bad will happen to me. And quat, thank you for comforting me, little doll. And quat, Vasilisa said, and she started on her way. Wild roses grew like a wall around her, and in the sky there was no sign of the crescent moon, no shining stars. Vasilisa trembled forward. Hold the little doll close to you. Suddenly she saw a young man sitting on a horse galloping past. He was dressed all in white, his horse was white, and the horse and number 39's silver saddle glowed white in the darkness. It was now dawn. Vasilisa stumbled as she stumbled and stubbed her toe. Feet into the roots and stumps of trees. Dewdrops glistened on her long braid, and her hands were cold and numb. Suddenly another rider galloped past. He wears red clothes, his horse is red, and the horse and number 39's saddle is also red. The rising sun, gently touching Vasilisa, warmed her and melted the dew from her hair. Vasilisa never stopped, but it took her all day to walk, and when she reached a small clearing in the forest, the sun stopped. Almost dark. Nightfall. And look! The eyes of the skulls on the fence began to glow, and it became as bright as day. She saw a wooden hut standing there. The fence surrounding it is made from human bones and topped with skulls. The gate was not a gate but human leg bones. The gate bolts were not bolts but arm bones, and the gate lock was not a lock but a series of sharp teeth. Vasilisa was terrified and stood still without moving. Suddenly a horseman came riding. He was dressed in black, his horse was black, and his saddle was also black. The knight galloped towards the gate and disappeared as if disappearing into thin air. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.